Now it's time for the big race, the women's 5,000-meter final. There are three amazing runners from Kenya and three amazing runners from Ethiopia. There's also a young runner who won junior races twice, Eilish McColgan from Great Britain and Hassan. Helen O'Berry and Lavra Muir are from Great Britain too. Lavra just missed getting a medal in another race. O'Berry is a huge athlete with lots of experience. She's a great runner from Ethiopia. And there's Almaz Ayana hoping to win 2 races. She already won the 10,000 meters on Saturday night in a really good way. This is a big race with 15 runners. 6 of them are really, really good East African runners, and lots of others think they can win too. But is tonight the night when Helena Berry wins her first big outdoor gold medal? She won indoors over 3,000 meters and got silver last year. She looks ready and nervous, but she's running really well. This is going to be such a great race over 5,000 meters. There are 2 challenging Americans and 2 British runners. Is this the night that Helena Berry, kind of like someone high, jump, gets her first big outdoor gold medal for adults? We will tell you about all the runners. It's the final of the women's 5,000 meters, and it's full of talented people. Tirunesh Dibaba is one of only 2 women who have won both 5,000 and 10,000 meter races back in 2005. Vivian Chariot did it in 2011. Almaz Ayana is hoping to do the same thing. Gaidi is a very talented Ethiopian runner who won junior cross-country races twice. Hassan and Berry are hard to pick as favorites, but Berry is in really good shape. She's won 10 out of her 12 races this year. ALMZ Ayana managed to win 2 races, but she had trouble in the 5,000 last year. She's the defending champion and the current world and Olympic champion over 10,000 meters. But when she tried to win both races last year, she got tired in the last few laps and came in 3rd. There's someone from the Netherlands who's one of 2 Americans. She got silver in cross-country and 10,000 meters 2 years ago. She's the 3rd fastest in the world this year. She's a great young talent at age 22. Don't count her out if the race is slow and tactical. Lara Muir was so close to getting a medal in another race but didn't get it. She came in 4th. This is a second chance for a medal for Great Britain in front of their home crowd. She's the world indoor champion over 3,000 meters and the fastest woman in the world this year. She got silver in the Olympics. Is it going to be gold for Berry tonight? Hassan ran very fast and just missed a medal in another race. Eilish McColgan did really well in the first round, very close to her mom's personal best times over 5,000 meters. Remember, her mom Liz won the 10,000 in the really hot weather of Tokyo in 1991. Gaidi is very young. I watched her win the world cross country as a junior. She's a huge talent and still only 19 years old. Molly Huddle slowed down at the end of the 10,000 meter final in Beijing, and her teammate Emily Infeld came through to beat her for the bronze. She came in 8th in the 10,000 this time. Kemboi is a former world indoor champion, and Sheila Chepkoch is on the inside for Kenya. She was African champion last year and former world youth champion too. This field is absolutely loaded. Will it be Berry's time to shine, or can Ajana do the famous 5,000 and 10,000 meter double? With such an experienced field, you might think it would be a slow, tactical race, but look at this. Kalkadin Gezahenyu, the former Ethiopian who now represents Bahrain and is a former world indoor champion over 1,500 meters, she's gone out really hard. Crowd cheering and music. Steve Gezahenyu of Bahrain went to the front really quickly, and all of a sudden, well, that's crazy. Now they're jogging. They really are. Berry is just blowing her nose and running along. It's a crazy slow pace. Hassan moved to the front. I thought she was going to make the race faster. Ayana is up there just jogging slowly, and this is going to be tricky. When this happens, the runners behind get worried. And just as I say that, Ayana kicks it up. Remember, she won the 10,000 meters. In her last 5,000 meters race, she ran the last half of the 10,000 in 14:24. That time has only been beaten this year by the woman in second place, Barry, in just the 5,000. So Ayana ran the second half of the 10,000 faster than any of the other runners in this race have raced this year. She really needs to use that strength. She really needs to take the energy out of runners like Barry, because Barry now knows what she has to do. She has to follow Ayana closely. Well, it's a crazy pace, really, because it looked like Ayana was taking control like she loves to do, and did in the 10,000, but then she slowed it right back down again. That's Fairy, the silver medalist in the 10,000 meters from Beijing, now taking control. But they're not exactly going fast. Barry has a really good range of distances. Steve, she won a road 5,000, won the London Diamond League mile here, and won a 3,000 in Monaco. She's in great shape across different distances, both stamina and speed. What we mustn't forget is like the steeplechase. If the Africans mess around and slow the pace way down, then the Americans huddle, Rowberry, and Houlihan, like we saw in the women's steeplechase, could take advantage of this slow pace. So it is really open to everybody right now. 2:44 for the first. 800 meters is incredibly slow by the standards of these world-class women. Fairy, Ayana Gaidi, watch for Gaidi. She's a really great youngster. She just moved to the inside. Kemboy is attached, and so is Chuck Coach. Crowd cheering and music. Now they've really started to pick up the pace. It really was crazy for those first 2 laps, and it really plays into the hands of the fast finishers. If they had kept going like that, Hassan, who's in about 6th or 7th place, would be loving the fact that it was slow. But then Ayana started kicking it up, and Barry is now just behind. They're starting to spread out in a line. This is the familiar pattern in races with Almaz Ayana. She's trying to copy the 5,000 and 10,000 meter double that her teammate, Tirunesh Dibaba, the world record holder, did in Helsinki in 2005. Vivian Chariot also did the double in Daegu, and look at this. Ayana is off the front with Barry. The 2 main competitors are locked together. Ayana is where she likes to be, leading, but Barry is following her every move. With 10 wins from 12 races this year, Barry will not be scared by the world and Olympic champion and world record holder over 10,000 meters. Barry will believe this is her best distance, while Ayana's best is 10,000 meters. Over 5,000, Ayana sometimes struggles with the sprint, so she knows what she has to do here. And in that 1 lap, she had split the rest of the field up into groups. Just behind her is Barry, then Fairy is just behind that with the others, just in a group of 4 or 5 there. And then the main group behind that has about 7 runners dot. Yes, it's Ayana leading with 8 laps to go, followed by Barry, Fairy, Gaidi, and then the 2 other Kenyans. That's the best of the rest. Gezaheny of Bahrain is leading that group with the young. Dutch runner Kroemans coming now past Gezaheny, the former world indoor champion, who's deciding that she needs to try and catch up to her teammates. Hassan is at the back of the second group. These 2 are away and now fighting in a massive battle. There's Kroemans, 6:02 there. Ayana is leading, Barry is following. Kroemans is leading the 3rd group there on the right of your picture. There's the 2nd group of chasers with 5 runners. It's Gaidi, the 19-year-old, leading Kemboy, Chuck Coach, and Fairy. Wow. This is great to see, Steve. 2 women at the top of their game. Both want the gold. Both are not afraid to put it out there with 7 laps to go. It's a brave early move from Ayana, knowing that Barry is in such good form right behind her dot. She certainly is. I mean, this is the race we all expected. It wasn't really going to be fast from the start, I don't think. They were both playing around, waiting perhaps for someone to help out with the pace. But now Ayana decides, this is it. I'm going to stretch everybody out. The gap is getting bigger between Ayana and Barry. There's now about 20 meters to the chasing group, so the pace is really hard. The big question is whether Barry can keep staying with the woman who's dropping back a little bit there. That's a 68-second lap. We're so often used to these races being cat and mouse, but we're now beginning to see a familiar pattern where Ayana is concerned. She puts the hammer down and rips these races apart. And by the way, what was a second chase group has broken apart, and Crewman's is bringing one or two of them back to what is now a really big chase group. That's good work from the tall Dutch woman who closes down on the two Ethiopians just ahead of her dot, and Mavra Mur is now tagging onto the back, closing in on Rowberry with Julian also very much in the mix. Desahenia looks like she's really struggling. She's off the back, but still, Steve. There's a huge gap up to world indoor champion Barry in second. Ayana is trying for the double. These two have a lead of about 30 meters or so. Crowd cheering and music. What a race this is turning. Out to be between Almaz Ayana and Helena Barry. But I've got to think really that Barry is there. She's literally right on her heels all the way. This is the race we expected, and it is really delivering because Ayana is pushing ahead. Now they've got almost 100 meters on the rest of the field. Hassan, I think, is in third place at the moment, just behind Ferry. And there's a group of 2 or 3 fighting for that bronze medal. I suppose if these two keep it going, and I can't see them not doing that, Ayana, every time. She comes down the straight, she looks up at the scoreboard, and she sees that Barry.